Because I'm like, I gotta get you guys right.
That's love, bro. You gonna sign them after the game?
If you want me to.
I do.
Just don't sell them on eBay.
No, hell, come on, girl. You crazy as hell. You crazy as hell. Probably like a couple M's though.
That's crazy.
They were the same size as me.
Where's mine? Did it? These for you. Yes. And these for me. Hey. And I'm wearing these tonight. I'm putting mine on right now. I made a call to the president, and y'all see what happened. Thank you. Oh, give me a hug, girlie. We love you.
I think we're all the same size.
Hell yeah. We love the president. We love the president. Look at these.
You're the second player to ever play them after this other young girl. But yeah.
For real?
Yeah.
And I'm about to wear these right now too. Tonight. Yeah, put yours. That's why I said blue. They go my fit.
Courtney's gonna make shots from 40 tonight.
Okay, you need to hold it down, bro. I'm wearing these tonight.
Caitlin Clark has just pulled off something that has sneaker resellers scrambling nonstop while her fans are absolutely buzzing in every group chat. Her signature shoe is shattering records following her all-star performance, and at this moment, absolutely nobody, and I truly mean nobody, can manage to grab a pair. Not the supporters refreshing websites at midnight. Not even a few of her fellow WNBA players who were reportedly hoping to secure this shoe before it officially reached store shelves.
Caitlin debuted her purple colorway of the Caitlin ones, bro. And the purple one, in my opinion, is harder than that yellow and blue one I did the video about. Bro, y'all cannot tell me that purple colorway isn't crazy. And I feel like these Caitlin ones gonna go crazy when they start hooping in them, bro. Like, these gonna do numbers on for the women and the men. Like, honestly, look at that triple C on the tongue. Hard. And then, did you peep the triple check? And look at this. It got the blue, the white, the red. The USA look to it. Caitlin Clark. And you just came out today. You are on the cover of the 2K27 Deluxe.
And the people who actually managed to secure a pair before the frenzy began? They are now reselling them for thousands of dollars. This is not some minor story, and it is not simply online hype either. This is Caitlin Clark once again, taking over the internet with something that has nothing to do with a stat sheet and everything to do with how badly people want a piece of her right now. What makes this entire situation even crazier is the timing. This did not happen quietly during a slow news cycle. It unfolded right after one of the biggest weekends on the WNBA calendar, with cameras focused on her the entire time, meaning the demand did not grow little by little. It exploded almost
adding that
overnight.
he didn't think it was fair
That
to
girl,
Clark
Caitlin
or to
Clark,
Engelbert
is
to
really
turn
onto
one
something.
flagrant foul.
Now, when I say this woman is onto something, I mean she's really close to it. Really close to it. She could sniff it. She could smell it. She could even push that button. But instead, she's like right next to it. And I'm talking about with her hoop shoes. These bad boys right here are just kind of mid. They really are. But one thing is saving them. One thing in particular. And it's the goddamn gradients. The gradient colorways are going to save this bad boy every single time. And the WNBA All-Star Weekend pair is nothing less than doing so. It's nothing less than great. It's nothing less than phenomenal. A gradient on this silhouette with these materials is a 97.
Here is the reality about Clark's sneaker history. This is not the first occasion this has happened, and honestly, at this stage, it would be far more shocking if a Clark shoe release did not sell out. Back in mid-2025, Nike released her Kobe 5 Pro Tro colorway, and it sold out within minutes, not hours, minutes. Fans talked about refreshing the app, looking again, and discovering the entire size run had already disappeared. Resale prices on eBay jumped to between $350 and $400 per pair, with at least one customer reportedly spending $600 for shoes that originally retailed for $190. Think about that difference for a second. That is well over triple the retail price for a shoe that most people never even had the opportunity to click buy on. 0-0 to get into the draw for your shoes with the
lab with Kobe 5s, and unfortunately I was not chosen, so I need some for my daughters so they can start using those shoes too once they can start playing basketball. So Caitlin Clark, if you're seeing this, can you ship me some shoes, please? I would really appreciate it.
And that was not an isolated case either. When Nike re-released the Kobe 5 Pro Rookie of the Year colorway in April 2026, the very same thing happened once again. A 10-minute lottery window on the sneakers app, and the shoes were sold out before most fans even managed to unlock their phones. 10 minutes. That is hardly enough time to heat up a cup of coffee, much less grab a pair of shoes that thousands of people were trying to buy at the exact same moment. StockX listings for that release opened at $233 and rose as high as $600 within a single afternoon. Same sneaker, same outcome, only a different month on the calendar.
I was just trying to have fun and enjoy tonight and like play hard and, you know, try to set the tone for my team. And I think the second group came in and we're like, okay, like we're gonna play like that too then. So I think it was really fun, and you know, obviously it's a tough turnaround, and the Fever probably have one of the quickest turnarounds. Obviously we played on Wednesday, and I'm going home tonight and I'm flying to Seattle tomorrow. So, you know, everybody can complain about their schedule, but at the same time, it's always an honor to put this jersey on and play and compete and be around the best players in the world.
So when people claim nobody can get these shoes, that is not an overstatement made for clicks. That has become the real pattern every single time Clark's name appears on a shoebox. And what makes this surge in demand even stronger right now is what just took place at the 2026 WNBA All-Star Game. Clark did not simply cruise through that game the way many stars often do during exhibition weekends. She scored the opening basket after a steal. She raced around the backcourt like she still had something to prove, and midway through the night, she even stopped and told ESPN's Holly Rowe on live television that fans spent real money to be in that arena, and the players owed them more effort than just casually walking around. That moment carries more weight than many people realize. That is Clark, in her own words, putting the fans first during a national broadcast in the middle of an event where most players are simply trying to avoid injuries before the regular season begins again.
Team Coop, Caitlin Clark versus Paige Beckers. This is going to be the best WNBA All-Star game ever. All right? Ever. And I say that purely based on the play style and playmakers on each team. You realize Caitlin Clark is going to have a playmaker, somebody that can get her the ball, somebody that will allow her to spot up, shoot, somebody that will allow her not to have to bring the ball up. Olivia Miles. All right? Now, they may still make Caitlin Clark bring it up to begin with. But when they dump it off to Olivia and let her go, and Caitlin can just sit and do this and catch and shoot, Caitlin will go 47 for 47 in this game, right? Anyways, I'm really excited to see Paige Beckers along with Kelsey Mitchell.
Clark wrapped up the night with 17 points, 5 assists, 4 rebounds, and a steal while representing Team Spoon in a game that ended 129-122 against Team Coop before a WNBA All-Star record crowd of 19,783 fans. That attendance figure matters here, and it deserves another look. Almost 20,000 people filled the United Center, and a large portion of them were there because Clark was on the court, whether they openly admit it or not. A player produces numbers like that and still takes the time to challenge her fellow All-Stars for not giving the fans a true show, and that says plenty about where her priorities are. She was not simply playing for statistics that night. She was not chasing an MVP award or trying to build a highlight reel for her personal brand. She was competing because people paid to watch a genuine game, and she wanted to give them exactly that. Even if it meant becoming the one player willing to say what everyone else was thinking on live television. Obviously, it's really, really cool.
Like, I probably was never a kid that grew up thinking that this was going to be in the cards for me. Like, I loved, you know, wearing whatever Nike shoe it was growing up. I remember my first pair of Jordans, like pink Jordans that I had. And I remember my very first pink pair of Nike basketball shoes that I also had, just like the very basic model. It wasn't anybody's signature shoe or anything, but for myself to be able to have a signature shoe and, you know, for young boys and young girls to be able to, you know, hopefully want to wear it and be able to put it on and, you know, dream. You don't have to be a basketball player, but dream to achieve whatever you want. And I think that's what I hope people feel when they put the shoe on, and also that's really comfortable in it.
And that very mindset, the one where she puts the fans in the seats before thinking about herself, is exactly why the sneaker situation has grown into what it has. Word quickly spread that other WNBA players were hoping to get Clark's sneaker before it officially launched. Not only because of the design itself, but because everyone across the league has seen what every Clark release does to demand, again and again, release after release for the past 2 straight years. When you're Name attached to a shoe can send resale prices beyond $500 within just 24 hours. Of course, teammates and opponents alike begin asking if there is any chance they can have a pair set aside before the general public even gets an opportunity. Imagine sitting in that locker room, watching a teammate's shoe sell for 3 times the retail price online within a single day and not at least asking about it. It would honestly be surprising if players were not curious. That level of resale value does not happen by chance, and everyone around the league knows exactly what is fueling it. This is just a what if I
went to go see if it's a legit thing, but 10 out of 10, it might be, because Caitlin Clark is a major fan of Kobe Bryant, so she might do her own iteration of the Grinches. And if they do come out, I am going to be the first person in line. And hopefully next year, after these sell out, we get the reverse Grinches. I need that red and green pair, because I already have both of the red and green pair of the Kobe Bryant Grinches. So.
But here is the disappointing part for genuine fans. The people who are not looking to resell a shoe for profit, simply hoping to wear something they truly wanted. If players around the league are having trouble getting their hands on a pair, imagine being an everyday fan at home refreshing the sneakers app during a work break, hoping the timing works out. The restock approach has remained the same every single time, and it does not appear to be changing anytime soon. A small batch releases through a lottery system, it vanishes within minutes, and then a slightly larger restock shows up weeks or months later at selected Foot Locker locations, still limited, still selling out almost immediately. When Clark's Kobe 5 Protro Indiana Fever colorway was restocked in January 2026, the average resale price on StockX was still around $434, more than twice what fans would have paid at retail. That was months after the original release, and the price still had not dropped. If anything, it hardly changed. That was no longer just a shoe release at that point. That was much closer to a lottery ticket with a sneaker included. That's pretty cool too.
But that it kind of gives them a superpower, and they, feel like they can express themselves through the shoe. And I feel like that's kind of what it's been for me so far. Obviously, that's what I'm going to take into wearing my signature. But even when I've worn the Kobe's, like I've been able to express myself through the ones that I've worn, even when I was at Iowa, and then obviously the PEs since I've been here. And then we'll take it to another level with my signature shoe as well.
Now, one reason this demand continues rising is because Clark is no longer only releasing new colorways. Nike officially announced her first true signature shoe, the Caitlin 1, together with an 18-piece apparel collection, and both are scheduled to launch on October 1st, 2026. That sneaker will retail for $140 across North America, a more affordable price than the $190 Kobe releases, which on paper seems like it should make things easier for fans hoping to secure a pair. But here is the part everyone following this story already recognizes. Everyone who has been tracking this from the very beginning already knows exactly what is coming once that October release arrives. If a single colorway sold out within minutes and sent resale prices beyond $500, a complete signature collection carrying only her name, her very first standalone shoe, is going to trigger an entirely different level of frenzy. Lower retail price or not, demand does not pay attention to cost. When the supply remains this limited,
you're debuting your very own signature shoe tonight. How mind-blowing is that?
It's pretty crazy. I feel like I keep looking down at my feet because it's hard to believe. So I feel like as a young kid, like you love basketball sneakers. You always want the best basketball sneaker. Now I feel like I have the best basketball sneaker and it has my initials on it. So that's pretty cool.
And you were a part of making that.
Think about the numbers for a moment, because they really tell the entire story better than any headline ever could. Clark signed with Nike back in April 2024 on a contract worth more than $20 million. That figure alone shows just how strongly the brand believed in her drawing power, and the deal was signed before any of these resale numbers even existed to validate that belief. But the value of a contract is one thing. What is happening across resale platforms is the real evidence, the kind that appears in real time instead of only on paper. That is not excitement created by one viral moment or one fortunate weekend. That is a consistent pattern that has remained steady through nearly 2 years of releases across different colorways, different price points, and different retail partners. When something keeps happening that consistently, it stops looking like luck and starts becoming a fact about how this market truly operates.
You feel
I just been smiling all day. I'm super excited.
And what's your favorite part about the shoes?
Favorite part? Oh, it's hard to pick one. I think the Nike swoosh is kind of cool. It's 2 of them, and then like there's like a hidden CC right there. So kind of sick.
And that is exactly why the fans who missed out feel so frustrated and, honestly, somewhat let down. These are not casual shoppers looking to resell a shoe for profit the moment it lands in their cart. Many of them are people who have followed Clark since her Iowa days, people who purchased tickets to road games in cities that had never sold out a WNBA arena before she arrived, people who have truly built part of their fandom around supporting her every step of the way. It feels personal because Clark herself has repeatedly made it clear that her fans always come first. She said it herself during All-Star Weekend. She wants to give people who spent money on a ticket, or in this case a shoe, something that is worth both their time and their money. So when the actual product cannot be found anywhere and the only way to own it is through a reseller's overpriced listing, that gap between her stated values and the buying experience is exactly where the frustration begins. Look at the baby go practicing in the
colorway. Oh my goodness, them things are nice. Look at them. Oh my goodness, you know I got to get them. Look at that. We finna go for 30 on like minute. I was saying, we about to go for 30 and probably on minute restriction. And we're gonna play tonight, but we're not gonna play tomorrow like I've been saying she should do. Why should it ain't even about that, man. These shoes are amazing. And look, I need every color. Every colorway, I need it, and I got to have.
So, where does all of this leave everyone right now? Clark has just walked away from the 2026 All-Star Game after encouraging her fellow All-Stars to play harder for the fans in the stands. And during that very same stretch of weeks, her name continues to fuel one of the wildest resale markets in sports today. Full stop. Fans who want the genuine pair, not an overpriced resale listing sitting 3 or 4 times above retail, will need to be online, refreshing, prepared the instant that clock reaches 0. No delays, no distractions, phone fully charged, browser already opens. Because if the past 2 years have taught us anything, it is that whenever Caitlin Clark's name is on a box, that box never stays on a shelf for very long, and the people chasing one understand that better than anyone else.